Good evening and welcome. It's lovely to welcome you to this very odd and unusual presentation evening. But we felt really strongly that it was important that we did something to mark the end of the time at Walton-le-Dale of a most fantastic group of young people. I've got the picture on the screen at the moment of the event organised way back in March, which seems eons ago now, when you started out, when you left to go on lockdown. And it's important now, I think, to mark the journey that you've been on. And I'm hoping tonight you'll see many messages from people who wish you well. We've got subject awards, we've got the certificates, and we've got the major awards that are behind me. I'll show you those in more detail. But first of all, I'd like to just mention some practicalities. Just have a look on the screen. The practicalities for today are these. The certificates, they took a while to arrive this year because of their circumstances, but all your GCSE certificates and all your qualifications can be collected from school from Monday. Please don't all turn up on Monday. Under COVID safety, that would present us with a problem. We will hang on to them. You may prefer to wait until the new year. You have to sign for them, but we have all your certificates and you're very welcome to collect them. They're yours. I'm going to award tonight lots of awards and special prizes. Now we get the cups and things engraved. We'll contact you when they're available. We're just waiting on our suppliers, and there's all kinds of tokens and certificates. So if you're a special prize winner or an award winner tonight, just wait and we will email you and contact you to let you know when those are available. Slightly oddly for tonight, I would obviously normally be using people's full names. But this is a public event. You can just access it online, and it'll be posted online for anyone to access afterwards. So we won't be using your surnames. That may seem odd, but to be honest, you'll easily work out who you are. I have checked. They're not two of you with the same name and the same voice, all that kind of stuff. So as you'll see, it should work. But we won't be using your surnames in any of the things that we do tonight because of data protection, because it's a public event. But you know who you are, we know who you are, and your parents and families know precisely who you are. Now, Teams Live uses, Microsoft Live uses a Q&A feature. Number of senior staff, Miss Withers, Mrs. Long, Miss Wall, Mr. Howarth, Miss Eckersley, are online at the moment, keeping an eye on the Q&A. So if you've got any questions or anything you want to say, please just post your questions and queries on there. Or indeed email me at other points, that's fine, but that runs live tonight. Now we did our virtual open evening like this sometime earlier in September, and at the moment you see I'm sitting in a room with lots of trophies and just me, and so I'm trying to talk and run the technology. I'm good, but I'm not that good, so if for some reason something's silent or I forget to unmute myself or one of the videos doesn't play, just bear with us. And we will sort it out, because I have a bunch of people who are contacting me on WhatsApp all the time to say, sir, it's not working. So we will make sure that these things are working. OK, let's get underway. Welcome to our virtual presentation evening for the Walton-le-Dale class of 2020. Firstly, our Chair of Governors would always be at this event, and he would speak to you, or I speak on his behalf. And I know he's with us actually, he's logged on online, but he wishes all of our leavers well. He says that on behalf of your governing body, I would like to congratulate you for all your successful GCSE results. You have had to deal with an unprecedented situation and have missed out on so many key moments which usually happen in Year 11. I hope this will be resolved for the current Year 11. It's now time for you to build on this success, which I'm sure you will. Very well done. Now, Mr. Pickup is someone that many of you would recognise, having been in school a lot, and also some of you will know him well because he worked with the Enterprise Group. It was something very close to his heart. He is standing down as Chair of Governors. He's been, I think I worked this out, Chair of Governors for as long or longer than you've been alive. I'm talking to the students here, by the way. And he has served the school as Chair of Governors for many years. He has kindly agreed to continue as a school governor, or in fact be vice chair for the coming 12 months, and a school governor, I hope, for many years. His wisdom and his support for the school has been unrivaled, and as deputy head and as head, I have enormously valued his contribution. And so on all your behalf, starting tonight, I'd say it in public in the sports hall, were we there, we would like to thank him very much. Dr. Johnson, who's a parent of one of the ex-year 11, is standing down as his youngest daughter is one of you, the leavers this year. He's also standing down as a parent, as a governor. We thank him for his valuable service and wish him and his family all the very best. Now that's quite enough from me. I'd like you to hear, first of all, and for the first of a set of videos of various kinds, from someone who's a very big part of your life. Miss Laverty was deputy head for a very long time and retired 18 months ago. She was a large chunk of your life. She was your deputy head for an awful lot of the school, and Miss Lav's room is well known as part of the school's architecture. This is the point at which I hope the videos work. If for some reason the sound doesn't play, I will be quickly alerted. We'll stop it and restart it. But let's hear what Miss Laverty has to say.
Hello, Year 12. I was really pleased when Mr. Harris said that I could say a few words to you and wish you all the best for the future on this very special evening. It would have been great to have all been there in the Arts Theatre on your presentation evening. Congratulations on your results. Not quite the way some of you thought you were going to get them, but those of you who hate exams must have been very relieved at the last minute when you found out you didn't have to sit those exams. You really have been in my thoughts this last year. It's been a tough time for you, and I have been very, very worried about some of you. That uncertainty of not knowing what was going to happen, and I wish I'd been there to support you, but school was closed. What have I been doing since I left? Everything was going brilliantly. I'd been to South Africa this time last year to visit my brother, had a great time, was enjoying going out for afternoon teas with Mrs. Snape, Mrs. Hinchliffe, and then March came, so then I was in the garden because the weather was good, and then the weather deteriorated. So now I go up nearly every day to help look after some horses and ponies at stables that Drocha goes to, and that keeps me fairly happy and healthy. Not the easiest job in the world, cleaning out shovelfuls of poop. I wish you all the very best for the future, every single one of you, particularly my little friends who used to sit opposite me every dinner time on that lunch table. Boys, I think of you fondly. All the best, everybody. Bye-bye.
Now there's someone who, many of you, who contributed an enormous amount to the school and an enormous amount to many of you. We're going to move on to the subject awards. And the first subject awards that we have are for art. And what you'll see on the screen is that we always present 2 awards for each subject. First of all, we present awards for academic achievement. That usually goes to those who achieve the very highest grades in the subject. The Student Progress Award goes to those who've made the most progress, those who perhaps were didn't find the subject so straightforward, or maybe earlier on struggled, but they made the best possible progress. And what teachers have done is they have written, or in some cases videoed, as you'll see, comments. And you'll see also how we've identified students. So the subject award for art for academic achievement goes to Charlotte from Y1. And Miss Miller said, Charlotte worked hard from the summer project set in preparation for the GCSE course in Year 9 until the pandemic stopped her art exam. She strived for personal progress, accepted and acted upon advice, and was able to take creative risks. She was an absolute pleasure to teach. And the subject award for student progress in art goes to Isaac. Isaac worked hard throughout the course, but when issued with his externally set assignment in January, he took his work up to another level and challenged himself and took a number of creative risks. I was so disappointed not to see the final outcome due to lockdown, but he should be really proud of the work he produced. And that was written by Miss Miller. Miss Miller, as many of you might know, is on maternity leave, but she sent in that message. I just wanted to send you all a message of good luck in all you do in the future. I hope that despite a little bizarre, you've all had a positive start to your new chapter. I'm proud of you all, but but especially my artists. My class of 2020 were the most talented students I had the pleasure of working with. Make time for creativity, everyone. Stay safe, Mrs. Miller. And we're looking forward to seeing her back in the next 6 to 8 months. So that's art. Moving on to design technology. Moving on to computer science. Mr. Christie has made the following awards. For academic achievement, Louis from B2. And for student progress, Jack from I6 and Josh from I6, both the same 4. And Mr. Christie says this: Louis was consistent from start to finish and always finished in the top 5% of the cohort on every assessment, including the mock exams and finishing top overall. His attitude and work ethic were exemplary, and he thoroughly deserved his final grade. Jack and Josh smashed their target grades and, like Louis, always finished in the top 5%. These two were a joy to teach and fantastic, intelligent young men who will certainly go places in the future. Mr. Christie also said that he'd like to add that even though it was the first cohort to go through the course, it was the first year we'd done GCSE Computer Science, I'm glad it was with those 2 groups of students, as they made my life a lot easier by being so easy to teach, because their attitude and behaviour and individual personalities made me look forward to their lessons and also confident they would do extremely well for me if we were to sit the summer exams. Thank you to each and every one of my ex-students. You're all amazing, and I do miss teaching you. Take care and all the best. Design technology, I have pleasure in awarding the prize for academic achievement to Sam. And as Mr. Hull says, Sam was always on task, showed creative ideas in his work and produced good quality final designs. Very well done. And for student progress, it goes to Will from Y1. Will was always on task. His work was always up to date and his designs and practical work showed creativity and flair. Very well done. A pleasure to teach. And Mr. Hull adds this message. I'll remember your year group, not just because you will forever be the COVID Kids of 2020 year group, because of both the range and creative quality products that were produced in your coursework and the number of genuinely nice people that I had the privilege of teaching in your year. When you consider I've had the pleasure of working with students for more years than you've been alive, you and me both, Mr. Hull, it takes something to make groups stand out. Your year were always going to get the good results many of you deserved, but perhaps more important is that you've matured into respectful young adults, ready to move on and do well in your lives. Have a good one, Mr. Hull. Moving on to English and the subject awards for English language. For academic achievement, this goes to Alexa from R4. She worked extremely hard throughout her GCSE and her exceptional flair for writing was clear throughout the course. She worked quietly and diligently and thoroughly deserved the award for attainment in English language, where she achieved the highest grade possible. For student progress, it's Kira from Y4. Kira showed determination and resilience. She listened to advice and is a deserving winner of the Endeavour Award. Her hard work paid off and Kira achieved an excellent grade in English language. Within school, the student progress is sometimes known as the Endeavour Award, basically the award for sheer hard work. English is of course separated into 2, English language and English literature. So for English literature, the awards go to Alicia from R2. It was a pleasure to teach year 11 and choosing just 2 students to receive awards for English Lit was very difficult. Alicia worked extremely hard and achieved an excellent grade for English Lit. She was an excellent student and thoroughly deserves the award for achievement in this subject. And for student progress, it's Emily from R3. Emily is a worthy winner of the award for Endeavour in English literature. She listened to all advice and developed her ability to write critical interpretations of the text she studied. She set herself high standards and always strived to achieve them. This was reflected in her excellent GCSE grade. Well done to all. And remember, those 2 subjects are taken by every single student in the whole school. So well done to those who've been given the awards. The grades were excellent actually across the whole groups, to be honest. It was the very unusual way of doing them this year, of course, with us providing what we call centre assessed grades, but the performance was excellent. I'd like to show you a couple or communicate a couple of messages from individual members of staff. These will come across throughout the course of this presentation, throughout the course of this evening. People who've just, I asked people for contributions to what they wanted to say to you. And Mrs. Long says, best of luck, Year 11. The class of 2020 will go down in history for many reasons, but mainly because you're a great group of people. Enjoy the next phase in your life, whatever that may be. Remember us fondly and keep in touch. Best wishes, Mrs. Long. And I've put that with the English awards because Mrs. Long obviously teaches English. And then Mrs. Crook, who has helped many of you with your English and literacy across the years, she says, I've really enjoyed working with you all. Wishing you the very best of luck for the future in everything that you do. Now we move on to Enterprise. Used to be known as Business Studies. This year it was rebadged as Enterprise. And the award for academic achievement goes to Simon from R6 and for student progress to Paris from B4. And here, hoping it plays, is Mr. Turner to announce it.
Hi, I've got the pleasure of introducing the Enterprise Awards for this year. It should come as no surprise that Year 11 did really well in Enterprise. They worked hard, they tried their very best, and there's a lot of good dedication and amazing business ideas. But there's one person who achieved a top grade throughout all the different units within Enterprise, including the traditionally much harder Enterprise exam, and that person was Simon. Simon worked all the way through his year 10 and 11 with incredible diligence, incredible dedication to his subjects, and achieved the top highest grades all the way through his course. And he's my award for achievement. In terms of progress, there was one person who worked hard, who managed to make sure that her business, her idea about a vegan cafe was very successful. It was very well delivered. It was very well researched, and it showed a lot of progress. And she worked hard throughout the 2 years that she studied Enterprise, and that is Paris. So I want to say a big well done to Paris, a big well done to Simon, a well done and congratulations to all of Year 11 for the hard work they put into the Enterprise, and the very best of luck for the future.
Thank you, Mr. Turner. We now move on to food preparation and nutrition, normally shortened to food in school. And for this GCSE, the award for academic achievement goes to Jemima from R1, and the award for student progress to Shannon from B4. And Mrs. Shaw says, what a lovely group of Year 11 students to teach. Well done to you all for getting your coursework finished. That's always a major challenge in food. Jemima, you are an outstanding student from start to finish. Shannon was always willing to give it a go and gained such confidence in her own ability. It was a real pleasure to see you make so much progress. Congratulations to Jemima and to Shannon. Now I'd like to play a short video from a member of staff, again, extremely well known to all of you, certainly to all the students here, who again retired about 18 months ago. Mrs. Snape, in charge of special educational needs across the school, and a major and taught food also, but a major part again of many of your lives. Here's what she has to say.
Hi everyone. When Mr. Harris asked me to send a few words of support, a little message to you, I was delighted, because I had so many amazing years at Walton-le-Dale High School, which I shared with many of you in your Year 11. The role of a teacher with students is not just about educating them, and that was the part I really enjoyed. I love the education bit, but I also love the fact that we had really positive interactions with you as students, and we could help to support you to develop what you wanted to do in the future. Your last year at Walton-le-Dale must have been really difficult. It's been difficult for all of us. We've had so many changes that we've had to make, and you know, the fact that you couldn't be in your last year, you couldn't do your prom, etc. But you've got the whole future ahead of you now. The staff at Walton-le-Dale High School are something else. They are terrific. They were terrific to work with, they were terrific with the students, and nothing was too much trouble. I wish you all the very best for the future. The future is bright. You make the most of every opportunity that you've got. Just a little thought. Who would have thought that I would have been dressed up as an elf for the next 2 weekends, supporting children going to see Santa. Socially distanced, of course, and at a secret location. So no, you won't find out where I am. But good luck, everyone. All the very best, and Merry Christmas.
Thank you very much to Mrs. Snape. Now moving on to the subject awards for French. The award for academic achievement goes to Hannah from R4, and for student progress goes to Pippa from I2. And your teachers say it was a pleasure to teach you over the last 2 years. You worked really hard on practicing and developing your skills of listening, speaking, reading and writing in French. So many of you worked so hard to reach your target grades and above. Hannah, you achieved a super grade and should be really proud of your achievements. Pippa, it was always a pleasure to teach you. You always worked hard and your attention to detail was outstanding. Good luck all of you, in your future endeavours. For geography, the award for academic achievement goes to Charlotte from Y1 and for student progress to Casper from Y5. And it has been my absolute pleasure to teach last year's Year 11. It's been incredibly difficult to choose 2 students from such a wonderful student body. However, Charlotte demonstrated a truly outstanding understanding of geography, achieving a grade 9 not only in her GCSE final grade, but consistently throughout the 2 years I taught her. As for Casper, if I was a film director, I could not ask for a more dedicated actor to take away and learn whatever was put in front of him. Casper is a truly outstanding young man, and together with Charlotte, they, in my opinion, represent the very best of what the young people of today can offer. My very best wishes for continued success in all they strive to achieve. Thank you to Mr. Keith for that, and congratulations to Charlotte and to Casper. Moving on to health and social care, Miss Wall has awarded the prize for academic achievement to Olivia from Y6 and for student progress to Kira from Y4. She says, this was a really difficult decision as you are all a pleasure to teach and so many of you could have received an award for your effort and attitude. Olivia, your effort into all your tasks was amazing. The homework you produced was outstanding. Thank you for making me smile every time I looked at your book. Kira, there were times when I wanted to bang my head on the desk with frustration as I wanted you to see the potential that we all did. And eventually your confidence started to grow, sometimes too much when we could not shut you up. Well done on the grade achieved, you deserved it. Well done to you all, I'm very proud of you all. And Mrs. Wall says she is now enjoying my peaceful, quiet lessons, but she misses you. Moving on to history. In GCSE history, the award for academic achievement goes to Jack from I6 and for student progress to Jasmine for I1. 2020 was a turning point in the history of the world, and future history GCSE students will study the events in the history of medicine course and will be astonished by what you had to cope with. Jack, your mock grade and assessments throughout the course reflect your aptitude in history. Congratulations on your grade 9. Jasmine, your dogged persistence, conscientious approach to your studies ensured that you made amazing progress and got the grade that you deserved. To all of the history students, it was a pleasure to teach you and to see the progress you made over time. It was also a pleasure to get to know you. The history staff would like to wish the Walton-the-Dale class of 2020 every happiness and success in the future. And I would echo that. As a year group, you have been amazing. Now, Mrs. Lowe, who teaches history, has a video message for you.
Hi everyone, I hope you're all keeping well. Just wanted to wish you all good luck. Also, I'd just like to say a huge thank you to all my GCSE students for all their hard work in year 10 and 11. There was lots and lots of really good results achieved, which were well deserved. And also I'd like to thank them for being such lovely students, working really well together in class, creating a really nice positive atmosphere in the lessons, and even having a few giggles along the way, which definitely made it more enjoyable for me to teach. I'd just like to wish all of you lots and lots of success, lots and lots of exciting adventures. I know it's a little bit difficult at the moment, but if you think back to all the events we've studied in history, or the challenges and difficulties people have faced that we've learnt about, and how they overcome them. You know, we will do the same, you will do the same. So when those opportunities come along, make the most of them, because they often open the doors to more exciting things, often life-changing things. So yeah, I wish you lots and lots of luck. Take care. Bye.
Thank you very much to Mrs. Lowe. Moving on to ICT, the subject award for academic achievement goes to Katie from I6 and for progress to Leah from B6. And here is Mr. Moorcroft-Jones to expand on that.
For my first year 11 students, I couldn't have asked for a kinder, more dedicated group of wonderful young people. So I'd like to say well done and thank you to all the year 11s I taught and my little lunchtime club. I was asked to give the ICT awards this year, and it will come as no surprise to anyone that they go to Katie and Leah. For academic achievement, Katie, I couldn't think of anyone more deserving. You did me so proud in achieving a level 2 distinction star. The countless hours you put into preparing for your exam and completing your coursework show a level of motivation that I certainly didn't have at your age. For student progress, Leah, your reputation preceded you, but the effort you put into my subject, I'm sure, drove your other teachers crazy, as it filled me with pride. I am so pleased you went on to study IT at college, although I'm not sure your teachers will thank me for it. Thank you to both of you for your kindness, dedication, and a good few laughs along the way.
Thank you very much indeed to Mr. Moorcroft-Jones. Moving on to mathematics. In maths, the award for academic achievement went to Charlotte from Y1, and in student progress to Will, also from Y1. At the end of such an unusual and difficult year, it was fantastic to see so many students in Year 11 achieving such high levels of achievement and progress. The students who got the top grade should of course be rightly proud of their achievements, but there are many students further down the results list who may not have got 8s and 9s, but whom the grade they achieved represents a huge accomplishment compared to where they started from in Year 7. We hope that everyone ended up with a result they feel reflects the level of effort and hard work they put into their work. It's easy to say the students who are receiving these awards, Charlotte and Will, were obvious choices due to the grades and progress that they made, but they did so off the back of constant hard work and effort, and whilst they made it look easy at times, it was their incredible work ethic and determination that got them to where they ended up. So congratulations and well done to both of them, and also to all the class of 2020. We are sure you're destined for great things, and the maths staff wish you all every success in the future. And there have been a couple of specific messages relating to maths. Miss Yusuf, for example, has said, hello to the class of 2020. It's become a final year to remember for you all, and one none of us are going to forget. But there were many years before where you made us all laugh and tear our hair out. It was a pleasure teaching you and seeing you all grow from some small Year 7s into some very tall Year 11s. I hope you meet all the challenges you face in the future with grace and know you will always have a place at Walton the Dale. Best of luck in all you do, Miss Yusuf. Moving on to performance. First of all, the award for academic achievement goes to Katie, as Miss Hayward-Connor is just about to say.
Good evening, Year 11. I've always wanted to say this. I'm so sorry that I can't be with you this evening, but I'm really pleased to accept this award. Oh, sorry, it's not me that's getting it, is it? I would like to say something about the young lady who is receiving this award in drama tonight and for performing arts. Right from the word go in Year 7, she has had the most amazing CV of performances that she's taken part in while she's been at Walton the Dale High School. She first made a debut as Mrs. Beaver in Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, and this was closely followed by one of the very strange witches in Roald Dahl's Witches, Take Off the Wigs. Then came one of her finest roles, a wonderful role as she played the part of Puck in A Midsummer Night's Dream in our performance up at Horton Towers to celebrate the 400-year celebration of James I's visit to Horton Towers. And not to forget her absolute blockbuster in We Will Rock You. I think you will have already guessed that this young lady is the wonderful Katie, and it is my pleasure that she has won the award tonight, the Performing Arts Award for Achievement. Well done, Katie, and I hope you have a brilliant time.
Thank you very much indeed to Miss Hayward-Connor. And for student progress in performance, it's Dorocha, and here's Miss MacLeod to say something about her.
Hi, Year 11. So sorry that we can't celebrate this all together, but I thought you'd enjoy another Miss Thought message anyway. You were all just a pleasure to teach. I mean, I've never ever had a Year 11 class like you guys, and been able to put on a full school production that you basically did all the work for. So I just want to thank you all for helping me do that, because I couldn't have done it without you. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all working hard and enjoying your life right now, as much as we can all do. My message is to Dorocha, and you know, you fully deserve this award. You were my right hand woman, my backstage manager, my lighting and sound technician. You were everything, and I think that you really showed a special quality in your maturity and sense of dedication, despite the little moods occasionally. But yeah, you worked so hard throughout the 2 years, and I'm so very proud of you, and I just want to say thank you very much. So enjoy the award, enjoy your time in the future, and come back and see us when you can do. Bye. Thank
you very much indeed to Mrs. MacLeod. Now for physical education, GCSE PE, the award for academic achievement goes to Charlotte in Y1, and the award for student progress to Jack in I6. And Miss Easton writes, an excellent class to teach. Myself and Mr. Moore look forward to your PE lessons and are proud of the effort you put in and the grades you all achieved. You are all part of our sports teams over the years, and we thank you for that. Charlotte, your dedication and hard work gained you the grade you truly deserved. Jack, you always worked so hard, and we can honestly say you gave us your best all of the time. Well done. And Mr. Moore has a personal message to the whole of Year 11.
Hello everyone, a quick message from me. I just want to wish you all good luck, whether you're an apprenticeship, at college, whatever you're doing. My words of advice would be, this is your only life that you get. It's not a rehearsal, this is it. Work hard, aim for the stars, do your best and enjoy your life. Good luck to everybody.
Thank you very much indeed to Mr. Moore.
Hello everyone, a quick message from me.
Wait, twice. So, in religious education, the subject awards for religious education go in academic achievement to Katie from Y4, and in student progress to Lucy from I3. And as Miss Hill says, it's been a pleasure to see our class mature and develop this year. After a lot of deliberation, it was clear that Katie made exceptional and consistent progress by working hard to always improve her work. Katie's writing became highly philosophical and showed much depth. Lucy showed fantastic determination and effort with the revision and extra exam practice. You amazed me with the progress you made in such a short amount of time once you believed in yourself, Lucy. I wish you all the best of luck and a happy, successful future. It's true, there's a message coming through from, in many of these messages, a sort of consistent theme, that it's about the hard work, the determination, and that belief, that self-belief that led to really excellent results for many of you. Moving on now to science, first of all for combined science, as the double award. The academic award for academic achievement goes to Kaya in R4, and the award for student progress to Thomas in R3. The improvement made over the year from Kaya resulted in him obtaining exceptional results. He achieved this through being focused and determined. We were very impressed, Kaya. Thomas was hard-working and consistently tried his best. He often got 100% in his homework. His achievement was not a surprise to us and was thoroughly deserved. All the best in the future, Thomas, and to Kaya as well. The separate sciences, maths, physics, biology and chemistry separately, the award for academic achievement goes to Hannah in R4 and in student progress to Casper in Y5. Hannah, you worked really hard and got the grade you deserved. There was never a day when you did not try your best. Casper, what a trooper you were. You always tried your best and sought out help and extra work to help you improve. Well done. And there's a personal message from Mrs. McClelland, head of Red section, and will have taught many of you science at some point in your time at Walton Dale, who says, "How proud I am of you and what a privilege it has been to be a part of your lives. I hope you can continue to be the best that you can be." And finally, in the subject award category, the subject award for sport. In academic achievement, it's Aaron from Y4, and in student progress, it's Harry from R6. Aaron's attitude and effort toward the subject were exceptional. You showed fantastic dedication to the subject and gave your best all the time. Well done. Harry, you showed fantastic effort. Some of your assignments showed excellent understanding. You worked really hard to achieve this. Well done. That brings to an end the section of this evening related to the subject awards. And as I said at the beginning, the winners of those awards are very welcome to come in and collect their certificates and tokens. We'll let you know when they're available early in the new year. If the technicals now allow me to, I'm just going to change what you see. So just give me one moment, please, because this is where it all goes horribly wrong. But what you should now see, I think, is unfortunately a slightly larger version of me. And what I'm going to do now is present the major awards and prizes. Now, normally it's a slightly odd thing to do because, of course, what I'd usually do is I'd be on stage shaking your hand with the chair of governors and all those kinds of things. But actually what I've got is the trophies here, and I'm going to present them, put them in front of the camera so you can see what they are, and then say something about the person and the award. Now, let's be really clear about this. All of these represent really significant achievements. And each time I award one, the person will get a small trophy engraved with their name. They can collect it, as I say, in the new year. And the major trophy will be engraved with their name and will remain in our trophy cabinet for posterity. So the future year groups, you can see on all of these, have had numerous names put on them. So the first one is this one. The Head Teacher's Award for Exceptional Achievement. Now, this trophy is awarded to the student who has achieved the very highest grades across the whole of their qualifications. This is actually really hard to do. There's about 4 or 5, probably half a dozen students in the running for this one, and I look, because I do it, very carefully at the grades they've got. But this is awarded to a young lady who has achieved the highest grades across the board, very large numbers of grade 9s, but is also extremely talented in performing arts. It is my great pleasure to present the Head Teacher's Award for Exceptional Achievement to Alexa from Red Section. Many congratulations. The second award that I'm going to present is for progress. And we've talked quite a lot about progress this evening, and it's about that sheer hard work, the guts, the determination, the consistency, the effort, the self-belief. And it's not without links, really, that the person who's been awarded this is an exceptionally good sportsman, because actually it's partly that and his sense of teamwork that has led him to be successful. You've heard his name several times this evening already. But the award for academic progress for 2020, the class of 2020, goes to Jack from I6. Many congratulations, Jack, and extremely well done. You worked extraordinarily hard. This is the Governor's Award for Service to the School and Community. And there's a whole load of names here from many years, across many years. of students who've played their part in contributing towards our school life in the widest sense. And this year, with Mr. Pickup standing down as the Chair of Governors, I would ordinarily ask him to present it. And I know he's listening to me now. So on his behalf, I would want to present this to our outgoing head girl and head boy. That's Charlotte from Y1 and Sam from B1. Now, they had the oddest of years. First 6 months, relatively usual. Hard work, lots of hard work, and representing the school in all kinds of different ways. And then all of a sudden, lockdown. So they have had an unusual year, but they have contributed enormously to the school. And on my behalf, speaking from myself, I'd want to thank Charlotte and Sam and the whole of the head student team for the work they did while they were part of our school. And I'd want to wish them all the very best in the future. This trophy over here is the Norman Olive Award, and it relates to abilities in English. Now, your English can obviously be spoken or written, and this trophy this year goes to someone whose ability with spoken English is unparalleled. Her speech at at Open Evening last year moved me to tears, and many of us did. And also I asked her to repeat it as part of our virtual Open Evening as an opener for that. Zubaida from Y5 is a very worthy winner this year of the Norman Olive Award for English. Sport in our school is important. It develops all kinds of skills and is a major part of our curriculum. We have 2 qualifications in it, as many of you will know, and a very talented and committed PE and sports department. And every year we make 2 awards in sporting achievement, 1 male and 1 female. And this year, the PE department have chosen, and in my view, 2 very strong candidates. Firstly, the Sportsman of the Year is Michael from Y1, and the Sportswoman of the Year is Emily from R3. Congratulations to both Michael and to Emily. You're very welcome to come in and collect your small trophies or smaller versions of the trophies in the new year, and we will be engraving your name on the original. Now, the Special Achievement Award, which is the final one over here, is given to somebody who, in the widest sense of the word, has achieved a great deal. Now, in our school, there are lots of such people. There are lots of people who develop in all sorts of unusual ways, who perhaps come in facing various difficulties, perhaps have issues in their background, perhaps have educational needs, perhaps have all kinds of things. And one of the strengths of this school is that we try to look after, develop, encourage, support, work with everybody who walks through our doors. We are a truly comprehensive school. We do the best for everybody who walks in. We don't choose who comes to our school. You choose that. We don't. We just educate whoever walks in. And we want everyone who walks in the door in year 7 or whenever to walk out as a happy, healthy, well-rounded citizen to take their part in the future, just like you're all about to do. And so it's hard to choose the Special Achievement Award, but this year it goes to a young man who, I think when I saw him on the final day, when you all went off on lockdown, he struck me probably almost more than anybody else. Though, to be honest, I was struck by most of you, but you know, in the way in which he left and the way in which he went. And I think you will all recognise when I say that the Special Achievement Award this year goes to Thomas, or Tom, from R3, and many congratulations to Tom. Now there's one final category of award, and that's to do with attendance. And we have for a large number of years always rewarded people, quite rightly in my view, who've never missed a day of school, who've basically always been here. Now, of course, this year we hit the pandemic and the lockdown and all that kind of stuff. So I've actually taken it up to February half term because that seemed fair. That was before we started to get the effects of COVID. I know it was another month until we locked down, but I've taken the 100% up to then. Now, I have 4 names here. If for some reason you feel strongly that all the way from year 7 all the way through till February half term this year, you never missed a day of school, then please get in touch with me and I will carefully look at it. These 4 students don't get trophies, they get £100 each. Miss Laverty always used to promise that, and we've honoured that ever since she left. So these 4 students need to get in touch with us, please, by phone or by email, and we'll sort out how this works. But they are Lucas from Y5, Olivia from Y6, Cameron from Y2, and Thomas from I6. Now, if you think you should be added to that illustrious list, then please get in touch and we'll have a look at it. But looking at the records, that's what I reckon it is. Now, we've had lots of videos from people, lots of messages, lots of nice things said, and it is the most unusual awards evening. But what I as the head teacher would like to say to all of you is that the world needs people like you. More than any other time, it is for the young to change the world, to take it and take what you can make of it, to aspire, as we always say here, to aspire to change your world. We're going to come out of the pandemic fairly shortly, I hope. We are talking about a vaccine started being injected, hasn't it? So we're starting to see the end of the pandemic, let's hope. And then the world is yours. The world will be a changed place, a different place, but still a place of opportunity, still a place where you can be the best that you can be. You will always be welcome to come back here, always be welcome to come and tell us your stories, always be welcome to come and just let us know how you are. Because once you've been at this school, you belong here, you are welcome here, and you are part of it. So in closing, can I wish all of you all the very best? Can I hope your families and all of you are healthy and stay well? Can I wish you a Christmas that has some joy and celebration about it, because it's an unusual time. A bit like creating this event, we need to do what's possible, not regret what we can't. Yes, I'd love to be standing in front of several hundred people in the sports hall and, you know, eating and drinking and shaking hands and saying well done and all those kinds of things that we do normally. But I'm actually sat in a room next to my office with a load of trophies and a computer, and it's just, but we do what we can. You don't regret what you can't, you do what you can. So as a message for the next few weeks, for the coming months, for years and for life, do what the best you can, do what's in front of you and do it well. Just be the best that you can be, and you will always be part of Walton le Dale. Thank you very much and good night.